Ruga. It's a common phrase, and Ruga simply means a location where Fulani or Hausas can actually take care of their cattle. So it could be somewhere at their backyard, a conclave, a place where they reside. But unfortunately, it is not the case, as Hausa Fulani's business, which is a private business, is being pushed on all Nigerians as if it's a national issue. I've never seen where a private business has now become a national topic. NEC is National Economic Commission, and this commission was created by Buhari, a man that loves cows, a man that a lot of people have called dead or alive, and some say he's an Hausa Fulani, maybe Hausa Fulani, whatever it is. Now, to get things clear, Hausas are indigenous to Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria, just like any other tribe, but the Fulanis are not indigenous to Nigeria. These are nomads. These are people that somehow came from one place. You know, they're all over West Africa, and they've been going back and forth. You know, you can find them all around the Sahel, you know, the Sahara. You find them in Mali. You find them everywhere. Hausa Fulani, and whenever they get to a place, they try to dominate. But unfortunately, for the rest of the regions in Nigeria, Hausa Fulanis have dominated a lot of, you know, when you talk about the political field, when you talk about just talk about the military, they are there. The National Economic Council, NEC, a body comprising operatives of the federal government and governments of the 36 states of the federation, on Thursday ruled out the establishment of regional security outfits, saying that it runs contrary to the provisions of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution as amended. Now, security outfits such as Amotekun and the rest of this outfit here and there, they are ruling this out. So what are we talking about? And now they are looking for a way of creating outfits that will sponsor or promote the interest of the Hausa Fulani when it comes to cattle herding. How can private business, I repeat again, become a federal issue? Now, let's say there are conflicts between cattle herdsmen and the farmers. Farmers are not they are not disturbing people with their crops. Farmers are not going to other people's region or state and try to create farmlands on the motorable expressway or just on other people's backyard. Unlike our Hausa Fulanis have gone around the whole of the nation, disturbing the peace of the people. And yet, rather than them being seen as a criminal, rather than them seen as being people that are unlawful, they are seen as people that they need to create a space for them all over the nation, because it is known that Hausa Fulanis are nomads. Being nomadic, having a pattern to your life does not necessarily mean in this new dispensation, new century, is the right way. I believe that people should get better. You might say there are nomads in other countries. Maybe they have a way of handling such issues that is, maybe they have laws that they have to obey. But let's look at Nigeria. It doesn't mean if other countries, other nations are not working it out properly, that doesn't mean that Nigeria also has to follow the same pattern. After all, the country has expired, so why can't we even have a little peace before the country breaks apart? So these nomads, they stress the cows. Well, maybe to some people it's even better, because the cows lack the fatty cholesterol and all of that gets out of the cow anyway, because these cows exercise more than just anything you can imagine. They move from one region to the other, and they are so lean. Rather than them having a location in that very big Sambisa forest where Boko Haram terrorists or ISWAP is, or after all, they claim that their own region is bigger. So I expected them to have ranches like how it is in the United States of America. I don't care if you come up with some topics or some points or wherever is happening in one part or the other where they have conflict between nomads, and it is time we get these things right, because religious issues are there, economic issues are there, tribal issues are there, and we still have this. It's a terrible thing. So these cows, they go back and forth rather than them having a ranch somewhere, and you buy pastures from the south, since they're complaining of the Sahel being dry and there's no rainfall and none of that, and they say it's a Sahel issue, a Sahara issue. Maybe they might even call it global issue, but whatever it is, they can do business in the right manner. And they said they cannot. They claim that they cannot feed their cows for 1,500 a day or 2,500 naira a day, because that is what they claim is the amount that one cow feeds on water and pasture. So they need the free one. Just imagine this. All of a sudden, everybody in Nigeria should get into cow business, since we can all feed cows and feed our cows with other people's farm produce and whatever. So this is a serious issue. Now they don't want security outfit, because they know the security outfit, Amotekun and the rest of them, is going to combat the menace of Fulani herdsmen. So they are ruling this out as illegal. This is the break that we are waiting for. Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State, while fielding questions from State House correspondents after the 102nd NEC meeting presided over by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, noted, however, that the states are at liberty to make their security arrangements. Now you see, he knows, he's a lawyer, he's a pastor, a professor. This is someone that has gotten to the highest pinnacle of education when it comes to the law. So he knows. But politics, you know how he bends the mouth of people and they speak from two sides of their mouth. He also has his hand in the cookie jar. This is just, as the council said, it is now set for the implementation of the controversial National Livestock Transformation Plan, NLTP. Now, this NLTP, they said every other person can be involved in it. So it's not just Hausa Fulani. If you know that Hausa Fulani are going to take over, why not import cows? There are different strains or species of cows, not just the one we have. There was a time that they created such, settlements in the western region of Nigeria. That's the southwestern Yoruba region. They created this, but now the thing is just there fallow. Nigeria had a structure before, but unfortunately, everybody just destroyed. People that got into government destroyed everything. Education destroyed, and a lot of things are destroyed. It's terrible. They had these plans, they had everything mapped out. There was a system to how things would be done. But unfortunately, the livestock program in the southwestern part of Nigeria got destroyed. They kept eating the cows. Somebody would give a call and say, bring 500 cows. They send it to one minister. He used it to do wedding, to feed, It's a terrible thing. And that's how they destroyed that program, because of the continuous change of government, and without them realizing that they need to, to act like humans. Act like people that are sensible, people that are progressive. But why? Anyway, it's as a result, they claim, of the tribal issues. This person wants to sponsor his own tribal aggrandizement, sectional aggrandizement, not even benefiting the people of his own region. So this is a council, they claim, National Livestock Transformation Plan, NLTP program, otherwise known as Ruga. Don't let them give us big English. It is Ruga. Umahi, who recognized security as the issue that affects the length and breadth of the country, added that we expect the issue should be on the front burner. He disclosed that the state had continued to brainstorm with the security agencies among themselves and the federal government on this issue of security in various parts of the country. The clarification is coming against the backdrop of agitation for regional security outfits, including the recent establishment of Amotekun in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And in response, the Hausas and the Fulanis came up with Shege Kafasa in the north. Then, in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they came up with Ogundigwe, and similar moves in the north central. Now, when people continue to mention regional security as chairman Southeast Governors Forum, I said there will be nothing like regional security, but there can be something like regional cooperation and state cooperation. This is Umahi from Ebonyi State. Some even, it's a terrible thing. This is supposed to be a Biafran, or supposed somehow an Igbo man. But they are talking about cooperation because it favors their own personal interest. They know that we have security issues. So because security is state-based, they get money every month. Security votes that runs into billions per annum. He said, I watched Lagos State Governor said Amotekun law is state-based, because when you talk of regional security, you're talking of something higher than state police. You are looking at one central command, one law, one office, and one command, and there can't be anything like that with the present constitution, and every governor swore to uphold the tenets of the constitution. Question is this: what is ISBA in the northern part of Nigeria? Sharia police. What of the Sharia constitution that we have in the north? Is this Nigeria or something else? Umahi also revealed that the NEC is now set for the implementation of the controversial National Livestock Transformation Plan, NLTP program. The decision to commence implementation is a direct result of an extensive process involving engagement with stakeholders and a detailed analysis. What analysis is this? After the initial decisions were made by the state governors, the focus of the initiative shifted to the implementation. He noted that the outline of the establishment engagement process includes letter of intent, counterpart funding, state livestock transformation office, and community engagements. Now they are trying to legalize this thing and put it into law. Let's see how this will be. He disclosed that NEC had completed a preliminary analysis of survey results, which include data capturing analysis such as analysis of enumerated data of 5 gazetted grazing reserves now in Adamawa State. He said we also have 2 gazetted reserve data obtained in Plateau and Nasarawa. We have 4 gazetted reserves. No data is being collected. So data is being collected and analyzed. We had prayers to council, one of which was that council should consider and approve the 3 states should submit their detailed plans for the 80% funding of the total cost by the federal government as stipulated in the National Livestock Transformation Plan. Of course, the states that are participating will have 20% counterpart funding. The second prayer was that these states should commit 5% of funding to support the work of the Secretariat in line with the National Livestock Transformation Plan. So what's your own opinion about this new level? This new level that they are bringing in by force? Private business has now become government business. Do you know why these governors are interested? Because federal government is coming with 80% funding. Whenever there is money, they are ready to compromise. 80% funding, 20% from the state. So you know what that means? 20% might come in form of take that land, and they take off their eyes, other people's land, and people begin to fight. Issues become, ethnic issues and tribal issues begin to come up. So 20% from state, 80% from the federal government on private business. They said all of us can actually get ourselves involved in cattle rearing. That is what it is. Do you want to be a cattle rearer? Is it a business opportunity? Are we only seeing the bad part of it? Do you think if this Ruga or whatever it is kind of created, other people, not necessarily Hausa Fulani, can get into this business en masse? After all, there are a lot of Southerners with a lot of money. Do you think we need sponsorship to get en masse into it and make sure that there is no space for Hausa Fulanis or Hausas or Fulanis to bring in their cows and begin to take over and begin to give birth to children in your region? This is an opportunity. This is a business idea. Once they can create this, I believe that everyone in the South can have their own cows too, in your own ranch, and have a settlement. So we can let them know, look, there's no space here. This is my business area. You cannot come in here. Do your business in the north. Do your cows. But you know what? Because of money, the governors are ready to compromise. And you know what? A lot of Southerners are not ready to start their own business in livestock. So Hausa Fulanis feel like it's time for us to establish ourselves in all the regions. Anyway, that's what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, we can grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. And if you're already a member of this channel, I say a very big thank you for the support. Thanks for stopping by.